Requirements are a key component. We have to understand what are the actual requirements. In other words, what we are required to do to actually have an effective and a valuable solution. We also need to understand, though, as part of those requirements, what the goals are. What do they hope to achieve by going through this process, by committing this time, the resources, the energy, the dollars, everything that's associated with this project? This is not something that's going to be a 1 to 2 week sort of exercise. It's going to be something that's going to take some time. And the change management associated with understanding those requirements and what that then means, or with those goals, has to be addressed, has to be looked at, and has to have a plan around how to enable people to adopt that change. What we want to make sure is that everybody understands what is required of this solution. Everybody is going to have their own take on things, and we want to make sure that we're all speaking the same language, that we're all driving towards a common goal. As we work in these projects and we move this solution ahead, we want to make sure, kind of like on a rowing team, everybody's pulling the oar at the same time, and we're getting to that end goal, getting to that finish line as effectively and as efficiently as possible. So one other element of this is related to requirements is going to be focused on success factors. And these success factors are very important, and we go through an analysis where we involve these constituents as a way to kind of allow them to contribute, for them to help define what success means to them. So that could be everything from, I just need to be able to get my report in a certain time frame, or to be able to deliver a report to an executive, or when requests are made. But it also might be that, in one case, we actually had a client say, we want this person to be happy. That's a little harder to quantify or to qualify exactly how that needs to take place and how the solution is going to work with that. But if that means that that person doesn't have to spend a lot of late hours performing administrative tasks, or kind of managing the application or managing the solution, and they can spend more time at home with their family, then that's in effect what they were actually trying to kind of drive to, as what the goal is, or the success would be measured by. Other common measurements can be very specific. We want to reduce the close by X number of days. We want to shorten the time and effort it takes to do our annual plan. We'd like to get our annual plan completed in the year that we're actually planning, as opposed to finishing it or getting it finally approved in Q1 of the subsequent year. Still happens. But these are things that you really look for, the sort of those tangible items. And then there's going to be the intangible ones as well. But we need to make sure we have a way that we can then identify how we're going to measure those. And sometimes they can be easily identified right at go live, or as we go through the project itself. But other times they're going to take sort of subsequent passes of the process itself, the close, the consolidation, the forecasting, the planning, or anything like that, in order to see the process, or to see sort of that improvement take shape as we move forward.